Hey, KT here. The concept of identity in Christ is something that's thrown around, but do we have a grasp of it? Well, in order to, we have to know a little bit of history. You see, when God created man, he created Adam and Eve in sinless perfection. But we know the story of the tree and how he ate of the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, and through that, Adam fell. And by falling, that means he died a spiritual death because the Spirit of God left him. Now, in that, Adam, quote unquote, died spiritually, but his body lived on. And then we fast forward to the time of Christ, and then Christ came paying the sin debt for all of us. And through that payment, all things were restored. All debts were paid. Everything had been canceled in terms of the written code. And through that, reconciliation came to all. This is dictated in Romans 5 when he says, therefore, just as sin entered the world through one man, meaning Adam, and death through sin, and in this way death came to all men. So see, we're born spiritually dead. We don't become dead because we do something wrong. It's in our identity in Adam that we have inherited that which Adam had, which was spiritual death. But there's more to the story, because reading on, it says in verse 18, consequently, just as the result of the one trespass was condemnation for all men, so also the result of the one act of righteousness was justification that brings life for all men. Now, that one act of righteousness was the completed work of Jesus Christ. And through that, we've all been justified in Christ. Okay? Now, does that mean we're all immediately saved? No. We have to receive salvation through faith in this completed work, to put our trust and our heart into it. And through that, we receive the resurrection, and we have an exchanged life at that moment. It's as if our DNA switches, because we now become identified in Christ instead of identified in Adam. And through this, we are made whole, made pure, the receivers of salvation. And in that, we have Christ. So that is an overview of what having identity in Christ is all about. And we're going to unpack this further and explore it a bit more in depth in weeks to come. More to come.